Well, hello there. So, just doing a kind of a quick, somewhat silly video, comparing the new frame I got compared to some of the ones I've been riding. You can say the new frame is the one laying on top of this bike here. It's not the one I'm swapping the frame on. The frame on top is a BST Raider frame. It has a 21.9-inch top tube, which is, as far as I know, it's about as long as you can find in a standard frame, not a custom built frame. The frame underneath it is a kink contender. That's a 21.3-inch top tube. The reason I'm doing this at all is obviously you can measure the difference in a top tube. It measures center to center, whatever it is, 20.5 or 20.75 or whatever. But sometimes it's kind of hard to get an idea of how it's going to make the bike feel different, or if, going from a 21.3 in this case to a 21.9, it's going to make any difference. So basically what I did is I tried to line it up over the top of it as dead on as possible. The dropout of the new frame is actually hooked onto the axle of the old frame. The seat tube, bottom brackets almost identically placed. You can see that it does have a longer seat tube on the new frame by less than an inch in height. The geometry is pretty close to being dead on. What I noticed though is that 0.6 of an inch actually comes out to be quite a bit different at the head tube though. So what this shows me is it's going to bring the handlebars, the fork, everything that much farther forward of your bottom brackets and increase the reach by quite a bit. Maybe it's just that 0.6 that the reach increases by. Maybe it's actually more than that. I'm kind of interested to find out once I build it up. So that's what it looks like compared to the 21.9 Raider on top of a 21.3 Kink Contender. Now the other frame that I've been riding, and this is the one I'm swapping it to, is a Fit Van Homan. It's one of the completes. It's not one of the US made frames. It does have a 21-inch top tube. I personally, I'm 6'2", so technically I should be riding a longer frame, but I actually really like the way that frame rode. But it's a used frame, and I'm not real crazy about riding a frame that I don't know what it's been through. But I picked the whole bike up as a good deal. So I'm just going to line up the top tube right now. Trying not to scratch the new frame, that would suck. So straight seat post to seat post there. There's supposedly 0.9 difference here. It's not really easy to see doing it this way. It's easier on the bike. But if I put the new frame under the old frame, lining up the bottom brackets as close as I can, drop out as close as I can. This actually has a taller seat tube than my Kink. But you can see as the frame goes along, you can see the tubes definitely differ in the angle they're getting to when they're reaching the head tube. And that's probably just the way it's sitting too. But you end up with supposedly 0.9 inches of head tube, plus the head tube on the BSD is 5 millimeters taller, something like that. So it's gonna move your handlebars, stem, everything farther forward. It's gonna change the reach by almost an inch at least. So it will change the way a frame looks, feels, but it's gonna change the way the whole bike rides as a whole because it moves everything apart. like I said, it's kind of a silly comparison because in your head, you know, it's 0.6 inches on the other frame or 0.9 inches on this frame. But sometimes it's kind of hard to see what that would actually look like. So I don't know, maybe this is a helpful video, maybe it's not, but I thought since I had the opportunity to do it with a new frame sitting here, I might as well at least get a visual of what it's going to look like. Then once I ride it, obviously it'll be different. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. I do have a 22-inch Sub Rosa Malum as a 22-inch top tube and 22-inch wheels. So once I get the BSD built up, I'm going to do a comparison between those two bikes just to see how it all looks. But anyway, if anybody was having a problem getting the visual of what a 21.9 top tube frame looks like compared to whatever they're riding now, hopefully this helped. If I didn't, hopefully at least it was somewhat entertaining. I don't know. But thanks for watching. Gresham Skate Park, definitely not ready to really shred much anything. Really dirty in the bottom, snow pretty much everywhere, a little bit of clearing over there, but overall definitely an okay day to ride the new bike for the first time, only because like literally nothing is happening. But it does feel pretty stable. It's definitely long, but it feels really good. So what the hell, you know, go manual around in a parking lot somewhere if I can find one. But I don't know, giving it a shot.